Hello people and welcome to watch yet another World Team Carcassonne Online Championships match. This is the start of the week 4 of the group stage, the first match of the week 4 in as a matter of fact. And now we have arrived to the week on which every single defeat and win will count, and to a week where we can actually start to take a look at all the tiebreakers more closely every time the team concludes their fourth match. Now the match today, of course, as you can see from the title of the stream, is Tutejšyja versus Belgium, both of which so far have only 0 wins. Only 0 sounds actually somewhat wrong. Uh, both of which have only 0. Both of which have only. Oh my god, it's like automatic. Both of which have 0 wins. Um, so a win today is certainly a must. There might be still a chance in which 2 wins for either of these teams will be able to get them to the playoffs, although it would definitely require a lot of help, I guess, from the other teams in the group. But even if neither of these teams could get to the playoffs, then it is always nice to end the season with not 0 wins on your board. The lineups you can see on the screen just above me. We have on table 1 a chickabomb versus Raf Raf Mesoten, the fresh Belgium live champion, the national champion, and who will also now be participating in the World Championships this year. So, for some of you who have been following what has happened, Raf, the more or less notoriously known for having a lot of second and third places, but was still missing the gold medal, which he now has, is going to be on a fearsome mood for sure, and out for blood. Then on table 2, the captain of Tutejšyja, I believe, Ivaks, versus Johan Nuits, playing under the alias of obiwonder. Obiwonder, who actually, I think Obi was the silver medalist of the Belgium national championships. But do correct me if I recall wrong. Then on table 3, Andrei Agrafenin with the screen name PushkinBLR versus Ludovic Janert. Certainly going to be a quite a match to watch in itself. Table 4, Vasimir versus Fabiana Mouton. And finally, table 5, we have Mikhail Lapushinsky versus Tom Deschmet. Mikhail, of course, the 2024 World Championship participant from Tutejšyja. This time was not quite able to renew his national championship, but future years are not going to be necessarily all that harsh. Still, certainly a great player in itself, and perhaps at the moment the strongest player of Tutejšyja overall. Now, if you want to see a specific duel or a game, then do let me know in the chat, and I will accommodate your requests as best as possible. Welcome Marek, Nicholas, Knives, Diego, I see a lot of a lot of Belgian fans already, as well as Nico Wellemans, of course. We will be starting with I guess table number. What do we start with? Actually, we have a lot of like a lot of great duels here. I guess we'll start with Pushkin and ludojahhjahh. Now let's quickly look if they have some history, and they do. So have faced each other 2 times in the last 2 years, both of which Ludovic has been able to take under his belt. But I would expect to see quite an even game here, with both players being slightly above 500. And naturally, as you can see, almost all tables are actually somewhat equal, with maybe the biggest, at least rating point advantages for Belgium on table 1, and then for Tutejšyja on table 5, where Kladky is nearing actually the rank of a master. Might have already actually achieved it. But I can't say with a guarantee. Okay, now underway. Both teams do have, as said before, quite an enormous amount of pressure, having had having actually like a force win to be able to have any sort of chances in the championship. So let's see how exactly are these teams going to be able to handle with such pressure. Assumably going to be a 4-point road for Ludovic. That seems like an ominous move. Also could actually, I mean, there was a chance to maybe even also go over here and try to get like a massive pressure going on the square with a triple city with a road, or with a road Dorito, trying to block 2 meeples at once, but that's a bit of a wishful thinking perhaps, given that already 2 out of the 8 blocking tiles were out anyway. Welcome Ian. Nice to see familiar names appearing continuously in the chat. Pushkin goes for a what seems to be an incoming ruin fight, though I am not too convinced that this is going to be the best decision. Reckon also starting a new city over here would have been just fine. Actually, maybe from this side could have been even stronger. Now, very important for Pushkin to do exactly this move, not to go ham on his potential 4-point city, but to finish the city indirectly and make a direct save on his monastery, which he nicely does. Does not take any chances, and also gets to take these road points in the process as well, so fully takes advantage of the capabilities of a nice row style. I will be trying to check my chat, and I will also be from time to time like actually straight up refreshing the chat on my phone instead of just letting it be, because I have hated some of the chat interactions of not being able to see the comments in the past. So doing my best not to make those mistakes again. Ludo goes for the connection, which I have I have to say I do heavily despise this. It doesn't really bring any value to Ludo. Like it gets in 1 point, but just adding the Dorito over here would have gotten the points for him anyway. And he basically now created a very easy, well, a second very easy attacking spot to the shared feature. Whereas if he goes over here, then the city is not really that attackable. It can only be reliably attacked with a divider and then a cow tile, because like you don't ever want to go here and attack, because then of course this square will get blocked immediately with a city plus road tile. But looks like Ludo is up for some volatility. With 16-3 on the scoreboard, that might have a little effect on it, but it is still the beginning of the game pretty much, so shouldn't be that worried about from this 13-point disadvantage on the scoreboard. Ludo does use the attacking option that he himself created. Doesn't happen with the most lucrative tile, because even upon connection, it's going to be significantly time taking at least to bring this city to a finish. And the shared part of the city is only worth 6 points, so as a ruin, this isn't really that big of a deal as of right now. And now we are gonna be seeing how is the prioritization for Ludo, as he has multiple features to use this. He could use it over here, finish a city, start a new one. Maybe here, finish a city, start a new one, which I think would arguably be worse. Or do this, which I actually very much like, given the actually plentiful amount of city caps still remaining in the square. Or maybe he could have also alternatively went over here, start a city, and start actually like closing in our like start actually threatening the completion of the city eventually. But I guess Ludo is well, as of right now, in the lack in when upon having multiple better spots of taking advantage of, he is going to postpone the completion and just keep this as a potential ruin. Blocking attempt from Andre, and it unfortunately does not quite work out, but he is threatening to cause additional problems for this city. Not that it's like in a specific danger, but if you look at the position of all three cities of Ludo, they all need the same types of tiles, which is really annoying for Ludo, like for sure. A city plus road tile here, well, especially a city plus road cap, a city plus road cap over here, and a city plus road cap over here. Now all three city crossroads have already gone out, and we have two starting tiles and all three daggers still remaining in the deck. So there are, still 5 city caps, but 5 city caps for 3 cities is a lot. No, that's not right. Like 5 city caps for 3 open cities, especially for 3 rather vulnerable cities, is not that much. Like you would be really looking forward to trying to heavily secure all of these cities, but it's not that easy really, because if you go with the traditional road save, then you are automatically taking out 2 of your daggers, 2 of your starting tiles, and you already need the dagger over here anyway. Same thing with over here. Like you would love to simply go with a potential 5-point road here, but you need the tiles elsewhere. And this city is actually probably the last one that Ludo will be saving, even if he gets the tile, because getting this city blocked is not that big of a deal, because it also is tied with this monastery. So losing a 5-point mini battle over on the right side is not that important. Ludo with this second divider, which Pushkin was definitely looking for, either to go here directly or to attack this city. But Ludo goes for new cities, and look at this. I mean, has one city, 2 cities, 4 cities, 4 cities, 5 cities, 6 cities open. I mean, this is like Krishna, but like even more like on prime. With trying to take as many cities as possible and trying to be incredibly efficient with your tiles. But in this case, he has way too many cities open. I don't know why he actually meepled this this 1-point city here, because like Ludo has a use for every single city tile. City caps, city caps, city caps here, 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 and then triple cities and Doritos over here, and maybe even city caps with field over here. But instead, he uses the final meeple on a 1-point city, which, it could very easily actually get into a situation where it also gets restricted to a city cap with a field, to a city cap with a road required. And that is not going to be fun for Ludo. Also, Ludo is minus 28 on the scoreboard, and he isn't really threatening to take 28 points on with his features. He's threatening to take maybe like, how much is it? It's like 8 additional points upon completion. No, 7. And then with this, I mean, here he does actually have a credible threat of being able to drop a farmer, but given Andrei's meeple advantage, even if Ludo is successfully going to be able to drop a farmer over here, it's not going to be that impactful, because Andrei can simply go over here maybe and drop another farmer and overrun this field. What also isn't looking that great for Ludo is simply Pushkin getting the city caps, and would you look at this? Now we have, again, this city, this city, this city, this city, all requiring city tiles with road, and this is horrible for Ludo. And on top of that, he isn't even getting any roaded city tiles, which further just spirals his situation on the board. Pushkin, I want to say, is looking to get more pressure on the squares. Maybe could have even gone over here, start a new city. But okay, now we do get a city cap with a road, but we can't use it. Well, we can actually. We can go over here, because at this stage we yeah, at this stage we gotta start taking risks now, because like we are minus 20 on the scoreboard. Andrei has an extra meeple, has 2 nicely developed monasteries, has a road, has a field. Like the scoreboard lead is not the only thing we should be worried about. It's the fact that that Andrei has also additional points banked on this board, and is looking to bank even more points. So we are really requiring a large feature at this point for Ludo, or more like as Ludo. There are still 2 daggers, from which one can be used over here and then the other over here, which will be netting quite a lot of points for Ludo, but I'm not sure if that would even be enough. He might need something extra on top on top of those tiles. So whilst Andre is thinking, let's map out the actual point advantage for Andre. So plus 24, 32, 36, 42, 51, 50, 46, 40, 38, 34, 30, plus 26. And with only 13 tiles remaining, Ludo is going to need those daggers to come fast. Actually, you know what? I reckon if Andre just goes like over here, for example, and meeples the field, I think he's gonna be actually sitting really, really good here. He he does do it, but he does it in a way which restricts this field. And now you can't use like city caps like this to to actually enlarge it to the top. Not that it is going to lose points for Pushkin, because he's able to still get points directly from the cities, but I mean he must have had some calculations going on in his head that and thought about getting a curve here, or curves, which there seems to be still plenty remaining. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, still 3 curves, which, yeah, I guess it works. And then just keeping the city caps. Yeah, because you don't really have to make this connection with the city cap, because you can get value out of the city caps anyways. Well, especially if you can straight up take points with them, but also city caps can get value for Andre even as like laying down an empty city cap on your field, for instance. So Andre looking to well, not just looking, but actually going for another field instead of recovering his meeple, which is an interesting choice. So really didn't want Ludo taking the field here. But he is losing out on some potential value, I guess. Or is he? There are no triple cities remaining anymore. Actually, what's he losing value on? Maybe nothing. Now Ludo gets his dagger, but unfortunately it is way too late for getting a dagger and to get the maximum value out of it, because now he's not going to be able to drop a farmer, as Andre made sure of that by enlarging the field, not only by potentially this city, but also by being able to get this city to the field as a result of Ludo claiming these 4 points over here. Which I think he might still do, though with 4 tiles remaining, only 2 future tiles for Ludo. I think it's too weak of a move to go here, because it's just 1 point though. It is just 1 point. So maybe instead we go something like this. We take a 6-point road over here. and we try to maybe unify with a straight road or something to get an additional 4 points. Let's try to map out the point situation again for Ludo. So -6, -13, 25, 31, 40, 35, 40, 38, 46. And yeah, it's like -35 or something for Ludo, which is not a great, not a great place to be at. Looking to attack the field, sure. He will only be able to bring one meeple to the field though, so it's going to be with 12 points, which is not that much, you know, when you consider the actual point difference at the moment. But he will be able to make the connection, though maybe he is still not going to make it just yet. There might be a curve remaining in the deck still, which might, or which would allow Pushkin to actually unify the second meeple and then thus take away these 3 points of Ludo. So if there is a curve remaining, then I guess Ludo should be. And actually, if there is one curve remaining, that in order to maximize your points, I guess Ludo still should go over here now, and then with the curve, I guess go over here and get these 6 road points, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but there are no curves remaining though. So I guess Ludo is just simply still mapping out the remaining tiles, which are, I don't even know what they are. Seemingly a dagger, which, oh yeah, a dagger of course, the dagger which we had been waiting for the entire game. Pushkin looking to, I guess, take 1 point on the monastery, because there are no road monasteries, and I don't think there are. Yeah, there are also no right-handed daggers, so going over here is simply just an extra point for the monastery, because this guy cannot get to the top field. So I should be making this move. Or just add a point to your road. Also works. Pushkin, I want to say, so is it just simply also mapping out the remaining tiles, and I want to say that there might be a triple city remaining, but there is not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No triangles also. No monasteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No straight roads, no curves. Extenders. One extender. Oh, okay. Well, so the remaining tiles are just 2 extenders. So an extender for, yeah, an extender incoming for Pushkin and for Ludo as well. Which Ludo will be able to get 4 points, and Pushkin, it's not going to really matter because he can't score points anywhere anyway. So it doesn't actually matter where he places this tile. He's not going to lose out on any points or give them unless he for some reason makes like a 3-point ruin and then Ludo gets a 5-pointer, but like anything Pushkin does, as long as he places the tile somewhere, I mean it's not going to affect the outcome of this duel or of this game. It's still going to end up in a rather I'm gonna invent a word, punchable win for Andre. Ludo should be taking just a 4-point ruin anywhere on the board. And as we can see, the second extender is gonna be just simply discarded somewhere on the map. Quite a tough game for Ludo. I mean, sure, getting all of these cities restricted to a city plus road tile was quite unfortunate, and he was left looking for those tiles all the way until the very end game. But I mean, this extra meeple, that was his final meeple, was I want to say really just extra. I mean, it also left 2 empty city caps and not only 1. And considering that Ludo had, well, really 4 other cities at the time, I mean, I don't think he should be messing around with with yet another city, because you are not really going to be able to prioritize that new city all that well anyway. And as we saw over here, and as we saw in this game, it got restricted, not even heavily, just by 1 road, and that was enough to keep it as 1 point for the entirety of the game. So, a point for Tutejšyja on table 3, and then we have some chat updates, and also I will be updating them from the website as well. So on table 2, Johan Neutz is leading Ivaks 1-0, so is Fabian on table 4, and as well as Tom Deschmet on table 5, also in a 1-0 lead. So let's get those updated, and then we'll move on to table 1 to see the end game for Chickabomb and Ref Mesoten, and likely we'll be watching the second game of those 2 players as well. Ref also wins 1-0. Okay. Well, I guess we can take a look at the second game anyway, because it should be like just about to start, and it what? Is this not like? Because I think that this should be starting. What the? Okay, let's try to do it on Chickabomb's side. Okay, much better. So, looking good for Belgium so far. Leading on every table except on table 3. Okay, let's see if the national championship title is going to be or has warmed up Raf enough to be able to take a 2-0 lead in this game, and I I can never understand this like this rotation of an early triple city to the only vacant city cap. Like I can never understand this. Like you are making your city vulnerable on the other side because it's now already restricted, and the other side you leave up for an attack. Like why? Why not just make a normal move of pointing upwards and well really either to the right or to the left, and then you can go with Doritos over here, and then you can go with the city caps over here, start new cities. So like you would never be losing out on any value, but like this one, it's just really annoying to deal with the kind of city as green here. I guess I guess this could be. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm going to just let the dudes play, and I'm gonna assess the situation then later whether this is gonna actually work out. But I don't see that working out that well in in a majority of cases. I just don't. Extender for RAF, not really great places to place it too. I guess you can start a city from here because it's also going to be tying the road to itself. So getting blocked on the square isn't going to be an issue. And a continuation, I assume, is in order to be able to restrict this square for these two meeples. Then threaten a straight road over here, which unfortunately is not going to be happening. Chica, I mean, if he would be feeling somewhat adventurous, I guess he could even meeple this 3-point field because it's going to easily get expanded into 6 points. And also, this square is going to be really troublesome for Chickabomb now that he has two meeples tied to it. Welcome Napalm Eye, Glovier, and Lisu. Glad to see y'all spending your Saturday. Not Saturday. Uh, what day is it today? I have forgotten. My passage of time in my brain has reduced to zero. I don't even know what day it is today. Maybe Thursday. No, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Yes, I was right. Okay. Glad to see you spending your Wednesday here. um, Crafty finding a dagger for himself and covering up well the second part of his city, and he indeed somehow some way he actually does get away with it, but it's not gonna be coming uh, with the most or rather the best tile, because if you now leave the stick up open as Rav, it can get directed downwards, and then he'll very easily get two people strapped to the square for like 4 points. But if you don't meeple that, then it's just gonna get taken by red and get restriction on the square anyway, to likely to a starting tile. Wow. This actually, I like this. I like this. Um, Even though it kinda provides a blocking opportunity on this city for chickabomb. Now the reason why Raf goes here is, as explained before, didn't want to have a city cap over on the top side of his road. Either meepled or unmeepled, but finds a very precious way of using it. So it's going to start self-blocking this square now that Chickabomb has attacked the city and has the road tied to it. So now actually blocking the square is going to make a lot of sense for Rav, looking to get a road Dorito and then block the square and block both of these red meeples for the cost of one green meeple. And here, I'm it's still kind of, yeah, it was still like really unpleasant for for Raf to finish this city because two of the daggers had now gone, and finishing the city would have provided Chickabomb with a wonderful chance to go over here, first start blocking this guy, and also at the same time create an additional blocking platform for this guy, which could have already been restricted down to the one remaining dagger, and you know, finishing your city here would have been considerably more points, maybe comes even in some scenarios with a farmer, but the safety of your meeples at the start of this game is going to be crucial, and safety is indeed what Raf goes for. But now he does have to wait for potentially a long time before he gets yet another suitable tile. So looking to get either a divider or a vanilla over here, and this road is going to be frozen. No, it's not. After Chickabomb goes with a blocking attempt, which I find to be actually really bad, because this was a very nice monastery that he could have used over here for stacking purposes, and this also actually provides a blocking platform on the road of Chickabomb, which is not going to be that great. Raf also finds the second divider. Pikkulauantai indeed. I understand completely. Um, so a divider is drawn by Crafty, and now it comes with a 9-point field, with still 3 more daggers to go into this square, and actually good chances for Rav to eventually take over this field. Because even though there are at the moment 0 farmers on this 9-point field of red, there's one coming from here after Chickabomb goes here with a monastery eventually, or maybe even Raft goes here, and then comes the dagger scoring 7 points for Rav, and Rav will be then taking over the field entirely. And whilst we wait for those daggers to come, we have ourselves an update that Tom de Schmidt has won on table 5 versus Gladky Alex, a table which I reckoned was going to be the most favorable for the Tutejšyjan team, but So it is that an upset duel has occurred and the first point scored for Belgium. Chickabomb looking to start another city, and maybe, no, never mind, maybe nothing. I was about to say maybe go here with a divider, but both dividers are out. Okay, now the roads are getting unified, and we have to do something, maybe, to this spot right here as chickabomb. Or maybe we do nothing. And Raf, I think Raf is gonna go for the monastery, and he goes for the monastery. Of course he goes. I mean, it is a 7-point move, and you connect the farmers, and now you have these threats, which chickabomb. Oh my God, these draws for Raf gets the dagger immediately, and look at this field. It is almost entirely impossible to attack to. There is this spot right here, which could get either player a meeple on this field via crossroad, but at the same time helping the monastery here, or someone could drop a farmer over here and then connect through a starting tile. The other way is with road monastery and red's road. Indeed it is. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's also the road monasteries, so going over here actually provides two chances of getting to the field, either via the starting tile or via road monastery here. But you actually only want to really place the road monastery here if you are red, because I think as green it just like potentially giving back this meeple to red is going to really do more harm than good for us in the long term. And Chica, I reckon he's gonna have to go with a farmer, and he does go with the farmer. And now as Rav, he's gonna think a bit. I I was gonna say he's gotta think more than that, because the scoreboard is now looking equal. Okay, Rav has the monasteries, but the threats are actually on Chicabomb's side, I would say, because he's now going to be able to finish the city over here, drop another farmer, then maybe even go over here, or just try to block this point of field connection, which I think he should do right now. Or do you go here and try to get this meeple back? This there are a lot of things that Chikabon could do. Opt to go for the well. So this is still a 3-point move. It's 4 points for the road instead of 3 points, but it's also 1 point for the monastery. But Chika still goes for that move and decides to block or get rid of the attacking square to the field another way. And as Raf, I mean, I think Raf really should be going over here to take away the biggest threat in Carcassonne of being able to finish a city and drop a farmer. Where is the farmer? Where is the farmer? Where is the farmer? Because red is behind by 4 points and the monastery, so 11, basically shared road. And even with this starting tile, red is going to be behind. Not by much, but behind. So I think it would be certainly not a bad idea to drop a farmer over here and really, and I mean really, bank your game on those starting tiles. Whoa. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. Nah. Nah, 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 nah. Not this way. I don't know if this was a misclick or like a serious attempt to invade the field. But like if this was an actual attempt to invade the field, which can be done, then I don't know why you wouldn't drop a farmer just here. Because the starting tile is a sure way to get to the field. There's the starting tile. You gets to the field, and now if you only had a meeple over here, because Raf is gonna go there. It's such an easy attacking spot to the field. Like it just is. Like Raf should be going there. Surely. It is such an easy attacking spot. There are multiple crossroads remaining. Well, 2 crossroads remaining, but also seemingly quite a lot of curvy tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Still 6 curvy tiles. 6 curvy tiles. And this field is already now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24 points. I get that it's a triple city, but look at this field. Raf cannot afford to lose this field. He cannot. This field is way too much. You can't outrun the score if you lose like a 30-point field. Raf, what are you doing? +4 on the scoreboard, +12, +14, 17, 18. And then this +12. And then the field is like 24 at the moment and is threatening to grow even further if there is the one remaining dagger to fit into this square. It's looking to grow even further. And with 4 farmers, it's going to be significantly harder for Raf to then fight for this field. Like, why not just take the best, the absolute best attacking possibility away to the field? Actually, that's not that bad. Yeah. Yeah. Why not just take this option away from your opponent immediately? Like, Raf is really trying to be adventurous here. Surely we go over here as Chica. Yeah, we do. We connect the 3rd farmer, and we still have the one tile, the one dagger to fit into this square as Chica, and to also bring the 4th farmer to the field. There might be even road Doritos. 1, 2, 3. There are actually 2 road Doritos remaining, and those I would say are gonna be like also fine for Chica because it gives a meeple back, and it's going to secure the field to 4 meeples. Do we go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I mean, there are still 3 city caps, right? Instead, just a discard of a extender, which I don't really like all that much, but okay. And oh, I had forgotten about this road too. I was like, yeah, like investing your final meeple is not that bad because there are still 3 tiles that can get a meeple back. Well, really, kind of two because you need the curve over, because you need the dagger over here. But since there was this road still that can be reclaimed, I would certainly actually prefer this move even more so. But on the other hand, we are still ahead on the field. Yeah, we are just ahead on the field as a result of Crafty's very adventurous playstyle. Green didn't have enough fun. He wants a third game. Maybe, maybe. Also, welcome is now on the chat. Okay, we seem to have a lot of deciders going on. So Fabian on table 3, not table 3, but table 4. So Fabian Mouton versus Vasimir in 1-1 situation, and also on table 2, Ivaks versus Johan Neutz in a 1-1 score at the moment. Okay, do we go here? Do we go for the fourth one? Do we want to? No, wait, never mind. Not at this stage. Oh hell nah, hell nah, no, because Raf can't even attack. Wait, but there's no way Raf has enough points banked. Like there's no way that Raf has enough points banked to overcome this field. And with the 7-point move also. There's no way. Oh boy, oh boy. Raf. Look at this field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30 points for the field. Like, how do you not go here with the third meeple and instead just go for a ruin just because it is a triple city, just because it is a triple city that you need for your monastery? Like, you need to really be able to differentiate a like when is it okay to simply score points, and when is it okay, and when do you need to actually go for an actual win condition? And a win condition in this game for Raf, I would say, is definitely not to try outrun a field, but to at least be equal on the field with decent chances of actually winning the field. If you just go over here, drop a farm and drop the third farmer. Ay ay ay. So, deciders all over on table 1, table 2, table 4. And the Tutejšyja team is certainly looking to make this game into a rather feisty one. We also have a match point for Tutejšyja on table 3, where Andrea Grafenin has been able to get a 2-0 victory of Ludojahhjahh. So we are heading into a really fascinating position where we have one match point for both teams, and every ongoing table is now in a decider state. So both teams need to win 2 out of the 3 deciders to secure the win. And I don't want to say too early, but Belgium is really again going for those 3-2 situations, either a win or a loss. Really going with just the max content value. Okay, who do we watch? Let's go for for Ivaks and obiwonder. We are still catching, well, half the game. I guess that's all right. Okay. So what does our national championship silver medalist do here? Well, he's chilling with 4 meeples, that's for sure. And he's also having a great time having blocked this meeple to 1 point. Now looking to really just equalize all features of red, because Johan also has a 2-point lead on the scoreboard. So that's going to be equalized, +1, and then just basically equaled on here, +3, -3, -11. Well, at least, you know, at least Ivaks is going to be able to get a meeple back, so that's something. But 1 to 3 meeples is not really that great. I feel for Raf entering fields too late is a problem for me too. Yeah, it's again a question of prioritization. I know it was a tempting move for Raf to go for the triple city and to go for the completion of your monastery, but it wasn't like the only triple city in the deck still. Like there were still others remaining, and you really had to take away the threats of your opponent simply going for the third and fourth meeple to the field and basically securing it all to himself, which he didn't, and he pays the consequences. Ivaks looking to block the city with the monastery, which wouldn't be, I guess, that bad. Also, really looking to get the one remaining field what's it called? Field crossroad onto the square and get away with a longer road, and also leave the potential 3-point road then of Johan into quite a trouble. But now though, +5, +10 equal, +11, +20. Well, +25 for Ivaks actually. So this 2 meeple lead that Johan now has is not that huge after all, though. I mean, 25 points with 2 additional meeples, it can be a lot to do. Though a straight road would certainly help a lot of Johan, getting rid of this rather threatful situation, and straight up getting 5 more points on the road compared to the opponents. Ivaks finishing some extra cities, or not finishing, but making, let's say, potential bank on the left side of the board. And with only having one meeple in hand, that is pretty much what you should be doing, trying to really get the maximum value out of that one meeple. Also could have very easily, let's just go over here, take back the second meeple, because then it only gives, like in the worst case, it only gives 2 more points to green and to his city. But when you look at the board, you need a city cap with the road, a city cap with the road, a city cap with the road to all available city caps. And that is something that should ring some alarm bells in your head, and to make it and to make you realize that it's okay to go here, because then your opponent needs the same type of tiles everywhere. Whereas now OB can use both city caps with road and city caps with field, which is not good for Ivaks. Only 2 starting tiles to equal as the road. Is there now? And all straight roads gone, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is, which actually then makes this move even better for Ivaks, because this move right here would then be 4 points for Johan, but now it's only going to be +2 really if Johan takes the 6-point city, and that is definitely low extra point count enough for Ivaks to risk Johan to indeed get a 6-point city, as opposed to Ivaks getting that city himself. Yeah, I would say that I am definitely actually liking the position of Ivaks here, with the considerable point lead. And if he somehow can wiggle his monastery meeple out of here with another field Dorito, then that would be even better. +7, 8, 16, 13, 17, 11, 20. Yeah, still +20, and now only -1 meeple. So I would say that it is a pretty good situation to be at for Ivaks. And even if this city gets finished, it's only going to be 4 extra points for Johan, and it's going to be a meeple back for both. So it's not going to be like that bad even. Some combos can be bad though, like finishing the city, dropping a farmer, then getting a road monastery, which actually is no longer remaining in the deck. Never mind. Not that bad of a combo then, because it can never exist. So what do we do as Ivaks then? Do we just go over here? Seems like a rational move, right? Because then we force this city into fighting a dagger, and then that dagger would also go over here, which is going to play favorably for red for sure. And we can't really do anything with a curve anyway. Okay, a starting tile is drawn, and OB does indeed take those 6 juicy points. Ivaks gets some compensation in the form of another city cap, and he's going to be able to take 4 points. Now only 1 tile remaining to unify the roads. This is going to be unfortunate for Ivaks for sure, but still not the end of the world. I'm pretty sure Ivaks is still in the lead, and both players are now with 1 meeple, and both players are now with 2 meeples each. So +6, +7 equal +1, +5, -1, +8 still for Ivaks, still +8. So the position is actually looking still really good for the Tutejšyjan player. Now the only question is, what on earth do we do with this divider? it doesn't really make sense for us to start a city anywhere from here. Starting another field is that good though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, that's actually very good. There are so many city camps still left in the deck. Like half the tiles in the deck are still city caps. That's a great find by Ivaks. Great find. So the chances of actually finishing both of these cities is really high. Whether it would be Johan or Ivaks who would pull the trigger on the cities, and it is indeed Ivaks who gets both cities completed and is looking really good now. Obi is going to try and maybe unify everything. Maybe. But it's only 3 points though, like it's not that much. Do you meeple the monastery? I mean, you might. It's still, 6 points for the monastery. And you need to score somehow. Like, how else are you gonna score? There is the field crossroads still left, so that's a few points, but maybe there's a curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are multiple curves. Like, why don't we meeple this and get a curve, maybe get another curve, get a meeple back. Like we can totally get a meeple back as OB here. And we also get information that Fabian has won on table 4 versus Vasimir 1-2 and takes the second point to Belgium. And as of right now, it is strongly looking like Ivaks is gonna be taking a second point for Tutejšyja, so the deciding table is likely going to be indeed table number 1 with chickabomb and Raf Mesoten. But let's see what happens. So Ivaks, with yet another city cap, is simply going to take away a field connection opportunity and is going to lay down another city cap to the field, which is understandable. And I guess as Ivaks, I honestly think we just go here and we take a road. Oh, wait, never mind. We can also go here and take a field for 6 points. No, but that would be worse. Or we can just go here. We can of course go here also with and take the 6-point road. And with the remaining tiles being, I think, pretty much just city caps and road tiles, we are not going to be losing value on like anything. Maybe like for actually losing the 4 city points, but we still get 3 for the field. I think it's just good if we go here, no? Plus 10, 11, 5, minus 1, plus 3, plus 12, plus 21, plus 14, plus 8. Oh, yeah, that's right. Obi doesn't have a meeple to score for the city. So then it doesn't actually even matter that he gets to score, that he gets the extra city cap. I think Ivaks just wins. Pretty sure. We just take a 5-point road here, and that should be enough for a win, or then I am just an idiot again, and I didn't see that we also have 1 more tile remaining. So of course we take quick points, and then we can still use our meeple to score 6 points for the fields. And that's going to be all she wrote. Ivaks is going to be taking the second point for Tutejšyja, and Raf versus chickabomb is all that it's going to come it's going to come down to. So we are going to have indeed quite a thriller with both teams again requiring a win to at least save their faces in this championship, and also just to generally bring in the good mood for the team. Ivaks with a lot of fields with 9 plus 9 plus 6, so going to be easily overcoming the points of Obi, and the second point is taken for Tutejšyja. And man, what is it with Belgium with always with the 3-2 results? Always. Every time. Without a failure. We shall see what Raf is cooking. 10 tiles remaining, and we have a massive lead on the scoreboard for Raf, with chickabomb having a big ruin, which has seemingly been expanded with the quad city tile to prevent from being finished. Then we have maybe an irrelevant stuff over here. Actually, not quite. There is still a triple city with the road remaining, which would also score 5 extra points for the road. But this is really not going to be helping chickabomb in any way, because these two red meeples are Rafs. Furthermore, chickabomb is meepling the fields strongly over here with 3-0, so over farming. But the field is worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the moment, scoring 27. No, not 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 21 points for the fields. But this does not look great at all for chickabomb. With no competition on the fields, having overfarmed, those extra meeples could be the decisive factor in this duel, as Raf is scoring extra with his additional meeples and also having some extra features of his own. Chickabomb going for a small expansion of the field from 3 points to 9. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a gut feeling that these fields are going to get unified by Raf with one of the two remaining regular curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, seemingly still two regular curves remaining. So, gut feeling these 6 points are not going to be very much additional for chickabomb that long. Which means that Raf has at least 3 rather big, big scoring tiles. So those daggers and then the triple city with the road, which does fall to chickabomb, which is great news for Tutejšyja, but it's gonna score 2 points, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is doesn't look like there is much else to do. 32-33. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to count the points. I'm just going to let it slide, because I want to say that Raf is ahead with maybe even a somewhat comfortable margin. I mean, this plus 32 on the board is just so much, man. And this ruin is, I want to say, roughly equalized by all the additional features on the board from Raf. Green got both starting tiles but didn't finish the road and get a meeple back. That's true, but at the time, because Green was not in a huge meeple shortage, getting the meeple back wasn't that uh, you know necessary, right? And you can always get the meeple back with the crossroad anyways, if you like really need it. Even though it wasn't really able to, because Ivaks was the player who eventually drew that. Okay, well, I guess I can't really help I guess I can't really help myself since Chickabomb is taking a long time. Let's count the points. Plus 32, 37, 1, 2, 3, 30, 38, 29, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 5 for Chickabomb, plus 1, plus 5, plus 2, and plus 4 for Raf, with Raf having the curves. Yeah, it's not looking that great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there also a vanilla? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's also a vanilla, which is also a great tile for Raf. Like, just a wonderful tile. Going here, finishing the city, and dropping a farmer for another 6 points. So a 6-point tile here, 2 6-point tiles over here, and then... Oh wow, what a find! Okay, that was actually a pretty nice find by Chickabomb. So really forbidding the uh, the Belgian player of making any 6-point move, from making any 6-point moves, or maybe even more than 6-point moves, as a result of seemingly a divider in the was left in the deck. So Raf now not able to go over here, drop a farmer, and then maybe even get a second city cap, get additional 7 points, and score a lot like that. I mean, the game is unfortunately pretty much lost for Chickabomb, because he's now, I think, what, minus 5 or 6, and in order to avoid the fields getting unified, he's going to have to draw both curves, which are not going to be really worth much points. He's only going to get like 4 total. He does draw the first of the 2 curves, and I guess he's going to have to go here, because he still has to draw the other curve, right? And then there's at least a vanilla remaining that could get Raf 8 points in one move by finishing the city and dropping a farmer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then 2 city caps. Huh. A curve A curve is drawn by Raf, and it is going to swing itself over here for 6 points being taken away from chickabomb as a result of over farming. And we shall see if there was, well, there's the vanilla. I am at the moment assuming that Raf also has a city cap of some sort in his hand, but I might have also miscounted. I didn't. It was indeed a city cap, which means that this was actually a really key move by chickabomb. Again, forbidding the Belgian player from finishing a city and getting 8 points with one move. Really relying on also getting the second curve as the Tutejšyja player and not losing these 6 points. And given that for both city caps, no other move, well, no other more valuable move was available other than 2 points, it was indeed a route to the maximum points available, or let's say to the smallest point difference available as a result of a precise endgame for chickabomb, which he did. He did do exactly that, but didn't quite get the optimal tile run out. And the national champion of Belgium, Raf Mesoten, pulls out the longer straw. And also potentially, maybe even in the future, is going to be pulling out the longest draw. Had to do that. And thus, the Tutejšyja Belgium will end up in a 3-2 win for Belgium. And looks like their good old trusted 3-2 strategy is now paying off finally, and they are getting their first match point on the board, on the group standings for the season. And in the light of that, we can do some speculation, I guess. Unfortunately, the tiebreakers for Belgium are not looking that great. It's going to be 7 duel wins versus 8 duels lost. And it's still at -1 in duel wins, or in duels in general. And if we look at for example, Croatia here, still having 2 matches unplayed and being +6 on the duel wins, or on the duels, is requiring some help from Croatia. Well, a lot of help potentially from Croatia, of being able to finish below Belgium. Taiwan, possible. Well, actually, if we're being honest, it seems to be actually possible that anything can happen still in this group. Let's see what matches we exactly have remaining in Group G. So on the final week, Belgium will be fighting against Croatia itself. And that's going to be a force win also for Belgium. So not only today, but also not tomorrow, but also next week. A win is a must if Belgium wants to try and get to the playoffs with any possible routes and maneuvering. Latvia is gonna have to lose against Tutejšyja in order to aid Belgium, really. And then I guess Croatia has to beat Taiwan in order for Belgium to benefit from that. So I guess there's certainly a way for Belgium to still qualify. but they do really have to do well against Croatia. Not only win, but also win with good tiebreakers. There probably is, some other universes too, but we are not going to get into that all that much. We are gonna get into the tiebreaker game and speculation, I guess, at the end of the week when we have almost all matches played, and then we can like really see the numbers, and we don't have to do like this any kind of complex calculations, which are a bit of a no-go zone on stream because it can be just a bunch of random drawings and a lot of explanation, which might not even be too explanatory for most of y'all. But congratulations to Belgium for your opening win, and let's keep the fingers crossed, especially for the Belgium fans to maybe get to the playoffs even. Commiserations to Tutejšyja, who will not be unfortunately qualifying to the playoffs, unlike last year. Last year was also, well, certainly a better year for Tutejšyja in the form of the overall results. They finished third in a group with I think Hong Kong, Taiwan, Finland, Tutejšyja, and then I think like two others or one other. Anyways, they finished third and were able to I think even get to the playoffs via tiebreakers. So unfortunately, not going to be able to pull that off again this year, but future years are always gonna come. That is where we will be wrapping up the stream shortly after we take a look at the upcoming matches. Chile Colombia is definitely a no for me. I will not be streaming at 4 a.m. Croatia Taiwan also no, because I will be playing just half an hour after this the start of Croatia Taiwan in a match between Hong Kong and Finland. And then the next stream that we will be having is gonna be on Friday with Mexico versus Ukraine in Group C, and that's going to be again quite a tasty treat for everybody. Following the death group is always fun. For the entirety of everything else for the weekend, I am not entirely sure yet. I will not be at home. Also, I will also not be at home even on Friday evening, but I will be streaming from another city. We'll see. I might be having a bit of a shorter weekend in terms of streaming than usual, but I will try to get in some content for you all for sure. After all, it would be really nice, as in the optimal scenario, every every match of every season and even every duel would be streamed, but we of course have a bit of a shortage of streamers, and especially from streamers of from the America side, I guess, because at the moment Utse, Alexei, and me are all of course European streamers, and we abide by mostly European times, which is why unfortunately Guatemala Chile was not streamed and was, I believe, the first match of this season which did not get streamed by anyone. And Chile, unfortunately, might even be continuing on that path as as they are facing another America's team, and unless maybe Fausto Barral steps up and streams Chile Colombia, I'm not sure if it will get streamed. But let's keep our thumbs up and fingers crossed. Now that's gonna be all for today. That's where we'll be wrapping up. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you do want to support the channel, there is an easy way to do that by subscribing and liking the stream. I will be seeing you again in 2 days with some more World Team Carcassonne Online Championships action with Mexico, Ukraine. Bye for now.